So yeah, I arrived at night, 10 o'clock. Already booked an Airbnb. Just did that to get the rental car. Where's everyone? Okay. Had my first Icelandic sunrise, which was in first morning here in Keflavik, Iceland. Very, very quiet neighborhood. It feels so empty, like I'm in a dystopian world. I mean, everyone's asleep. But once you've lived in New York City and Manila for so long, you always have the urge to wake up early. And here, everything's so slow paced. You know, it's a huge contrast from what I've experienced. It's quiet, it's serene, it's beautiful. Everything you know about love. And then my first stop, which I didn't plan immediately, it was planned on the same day. I went to this church. Alright, first stop of the day and first stop of the whole Iceland trip is this church. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna put the text here. I just saw it on Google Maps today. Might as well take the stop before I go to Reykjavik to get some supplies and then go to South Coast. But this is my first one. Got the Haas with me. I don't know, we'll see. I'll just take one shot probably. I'm shooting Pan F black and white. Yeah, looks pretty nice. So after that church, I went straight to Harpa because I wanted to see where Laufey will be performing in a few days. If none of you don't know who Laufey is, Laufey Lynn is a jazz artist, jazz musician with a mix of classical, but her music is really a mix of like pop, alternative, but with jazz inside it, with mainly jazz, but it starts to sound poppy, or you know, it's Laufey. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned, read too many fairy tales. I will start falling in love with you. So yeah, Harpa had all the Laufey ads. Very beautiful concert hall, but I will go more into that because I do watch it for 2 days. Let's go. So after Reykjavik, I went straight outside. It was like an hour and a half of driving from Harpa, Reykjavik. So this isn't bad. It's kind of light. There's light rain, cloudy. I gotta pee though. I don't know if I need gas though. We'll see. I think the first place that I visited was, I think, Sallyland Falls.
after Seljalandsfoss, it took me another hour, I think, to drive to Skogafoss. So Skogafoss is another one of the popular Icelandic falls in the south coast. Very beautiful, very big. Once you're driving past like the main road, you'll see the big falls just passing by, like, oh dang, that's the falls, and then you turn left into like a village, and then Skogafoss. There it is. So after Skogafoss, my first night, or my second night, was this lodge that I booked. It's called the Farmhouse. It's a really great lodge. Feels very homey. Once I arrived, there was I felt like I was at somebody's home. You know, I was gonna sleep over, but it was made like a hotel. Nearby that place was a town called Vik. It's like a small town. There's the famous church. So I went in there, got some. She told me to try the lamb. So one of the first things you should eat in Iceland is lamb. Icelandic people love their lamb. Fish also. So it's a land of fish and sea. It's but their lamb is divine. The next day, I awoke in the morning. Good morning. I think it is 8:45 a.m. I am in Vik. I mean, Vik is over there somewhere behind those mountains over there. I don't know if you can exactly see it, but that's where is Fjara Beach. There's another beach on the other side. I forgot the name of it, but this is Djorle right here. I mean, that mountain is that you can't see because I'm like down here. So that's the lighthouse there. I forgot the name of the lighthouse too. I'm such a stupid tourist right now, touring. But look at this ray of sunlight. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. Had breakfast for like 20 minutes. Like, oh shit, because I always check the sunrise, sunset in the morning, and you should, because that's how you get the good lighting, like this right now. Besides the usual Icelandic waterfalls and sceneries, there was also the caves that you can discover. I went to this one that's near Djorle, which was like a 5-minute drive away from Djorle. It's called Lofsalahilur Cave. All right, day 2 in perfectly framed. There you go. Day 2 in Iceland. I am in Vik. Well, Vik's over there, but this is like a cave over here that I just went to. Maybe I'll be showing photos. If I've not been shooting video efficiently enough, it's just because I've been shooting on 4 different cameras. Well, 6. Because there's also a phone. There's the GoPro. Well, Osmo Action. There's the Fujifilm. So I have 3, and then there's also the Hasselblad, the Nikon. It's been fun shooting though. I wanted to shoot in a lot of formats just to see what I could do with those different formats. So pretty empty. This is James the Tucson. If you haven't seen him yet, he's the car that I've been driving. He's been awesome so far. But yeah, that's a very beautiful cave. You should go here. No one's here right now at where I am. There was like 2 people. I got a new friend. But yeah. Tips for going to Iceland if you want like empty if you're like an introvert like me, or like an extrovert and you don't really want to hang out with a lot of people right now. Iceland is the best for that, but you gotta go pick the places. Don't go to the very popular places because that's a very touristy spot. So so after that place, I went straight to, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put it here. So it's canyons that you go to. For that day on my itinerary, it was gonna go all the way to Keflavik, but it was like another hour and a half, and it was almost sunset. Maybe I could reach the sunset. I could get some good sunset photos, but then, not realizing it, my hotel was actually the next hotel that I was gonna stay at was on the way, but like on the way is actually an hour to go to Keflavik. So I was like, maybe I should hold off and just stay here in this hotel. It was a beautiful hotel. I really love the way it looks. It was actually also the first night that I saw the Northern Lights for the first time. Although it wasn't clear, it was because it was really cloudy at that part of Iceland. I did see the greens, but it was really, I don't know. It wasn't as clear as day as you see in the photos. So the next morning, I drove all the way to Keflavik. Icelandic sunrises are really divine. Yeah, it's like, it could be like 10 minutes of just you in the road, no cars passing by. You'll get this like, I don't know, it's like coma when you're driving. It's like a sense of relaxation. You're just like, sometimes you could turn off the music and just like listen to the wind passing by the car. I took a lot of stops. That trip was mostly find whatever spot. It wasn't like fully planned out as I expected it to be, even though I've been planning it for months and months. So now I am in a stop after driving for an hour. I just went into this cafe over here. It's such a beautiful cafe. This is like the best gas stop that I've been to so far, and I've been to like 4 or 5. I've lost count, but
I know the next gas station is more kind of camping like.
and I've been watching all sorts of YouTube videos and everything, but compared to watching a YouTube video, even the one that I'm making, it won't compare to what you'll feel once you're already there. You guys gotta go. I was trying to find like the perfect glacier looking thing, and I did finally find it. so focused on driving straight to Vesterhorn or Stocksness because that's what I really wanted to see. But I passed by Diamond Beach. Lots of people in that place. Good. I was there for like, I don't know, a few minutes at tops, just taking film photos, taking videos and stuff like that. They are beautiful. You would find like big glaciers, big ice capades or stuff like that. But yeah, after that I went straight to Vesterhorn, but wasn't straight. I actually found a lot of like cars from like the highway, like just the side of the highway. There were a lot of Icelandic horses, is what they're called. So I was like, oh no, it's almost sunset. I want to reach Stocksness, but then horsies. So I took a lot of photos of the horsies. They were amazing. If you do get the chance to see a horse on the side of the road, I would say 90% of the time take it, because once I passed by that thing, like a few days later, they're gone because they're wild horses. You know, you never know where they'll be roaming around. So after that, I took the drive all the way straight to I don't know how to pronounce the town, but it's Höfn, Hofn. I actually went straight to the place that I was gonna sleep first. No one was there. No one. So I was like, oh, maybe I should go back and go straight to Stocksness. So I went straight to Stocksness. Bad news though, it was very cloudy. You weren't able to see the whole mountain range. Can't help. Coco cold. Right next to the guest house that I was gonna sleep on, there was this restaurant. So I went in, like after closing, like almost closing. I just bought a milkshake. I'm kind of tired at that point from the trip, so I was just editing at the restaurant, and I was the only one there. So the next morning, I woke up early as always, and then I went straight to Stocksness. My face full of fucking sand. Oh, that day it was hell for wind. I think it was 15 miles per hour or like 20 kilometers per hour, 22. It was really fast, like. And I was trying to open the doors of my car, trying to get my stuff, and like. After the whole thing, my lenses, my bag, the car was full of sand. My boots were full of sand. I think there's still. This is the lens that I use, the 18-120. There is still some sand that I hear. See that's like particles of sand that got left. I might need to service this. See that? Hear that? So there's sand that got in this thing, and I drove 5 hours, 6 hours straight. I'm on my way, Laufey! All the way back to not Reykjavik, but like I went to Hveragerði, I think. I'm just gonna put I went to this town. This is where I slept for the next day. Beautiful.
Welcome to 69 Questions with MTV Cribs Coco. Whoa, my God. I'm gonna live in Iceland now.
So the next morning,
I just wanna take you home. Call a taxi in the snow. When the driver can't see, steal a kiss from me. Ooh.
This has been such a wonderful stay at my 5th place, Airbnb. Look at that, such a nice apartment. Wow. This is, yeah. Goodbye.
at this point, all of my plans that I initially planned was checked. And then after that, I was like, where should I go next? And then I was doing like a spin the wheel type of situation in Google Maps and just like finding whatever. I went straight to this mountain like hiking spot. Ooh, there was one huge mistake that I made for everything in this trip was like I forgot to book a day in a hotel, so I was homeless for a few hours. So, but I went straight to the hotel I was gonna book at the next day, where I was gonna be staying the whole. I went straight to that, so they were able to give me a room, and I was just chilling the whole time, waiting for the concert to happen. Laufey day one. You really gotta watch Laufey live. I think I've seen Laufey 4 separate occasions. I mean, 2 in Iceland, but I've seen her in different settings. So one was just by herself.
I will stop falling in love with you. Someday someone will like me.
It was just her playing the piano or playing the guitar.
This city is way too small to give away to just one guy.
That was very intimate, very nice, and it happened the day before my birthday. So, so the year after that, she released her new album. I was able to watch her here in New York City again, but in a different venue called Bowery. But this time she had her band and everything. So with her in the band, it felt a little more lively. I was actually able to meet Laufey that time too, but then actually my favorite moment of Laufey playing was actually in Iceland. With a symphony or an orchestra to back her up.
When I hear and I love you, 'cause now I've got someone to lose.
Her music with an orchestra is divine.
You'll never fall in love.
because the way she writes her music is because she does come from a classical and classical and jazz background. Most of her songs, some of her songs had a lot of classical written on it, so. Once you put songs like Let You Break My Heart Again,
Until I do.
Everything I Know About Love,
That's everything I know about love. Oh, I don't know that much at all. That's everything I know about
Fragile,
round on your tongue. Missing you, I shouldn't be. I lost all sense of it. Never been so fragile.
so yeah, Late Bay Live was amazing. After so many days, consecutive days of constant simping, Coco takes a spa day. After that, I was just like, oh. Whoa, what the hell is happening? That's what I felt like, and I really want to experience that feeling again because that was such an amazing experience. My phone gave me a notification that the auroras were in the skies. Damn. To my eyes though, it doesn't look like this. It looks like white clouds. That's what I see right now. But in the cameras, you can see So this is the situation of my room right now. Really messy, but I leave in a few hours. An hour at this hotel at least. Because I have to go to the airport and, you know, plus checkout. So, yeah. Heading back to New York. I low-key miss people there now. forgot to add, leaving. I'm going to be selling prints soon. You guys should check out my new website, cocotolentino.com. Not really my new website. I was able to bring it back. Pandemic really messed up my budget, but yeah, go to cocotolentino.com. I'll be selling pictures. You can check out my website also for, you know, stuff like my photos. That is me. Goodbye.